Welcome back, everyone, to Recruiting Thursday here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Jack Ridenour here with you all, and today we are joined by Latrobe girls soccer standout and recent University of Maryland soccer commit, Ella Bulava. Ella, great to get you on the show today, and again, congratulations on the commitment. How excited are you about this decision?
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for taking a little bit of time. I know that you're probably very busy with soccer season, right around the corner and school and whatnot, but want to get into this decision that you made to become a Terp. What made you decide on University of Maryland?
I fell in love with the school. The campus is beautiful. I love how there's so many majors to choose from. I like that I'm kind of not too far away from home. My parents definitely like that part. I like the size. It's pretty big, and I want to meet a lot of people when I get to college. And on the soccer side of things, the soccer program is fantastic. But ultimately, the thing that led me most to my decision had to be the coaches. The coaches at Maryland are absolutely fantastic. There's a new staff, and they're looking to rebuild the program, and they want to win. And I knew it, like, when they looked at me to be a part of their program, I was like, this is crazy. And I knew if I got like the opportunity to be a part of it, I was going to take it. And that's what I did.
Well, it's awesome. Yeah, Maryland's got a phenomenal soccer program. And like I was mentioning to you off air, I'm from the Maryland area. I grew up about 20,
Mhm.
25 minutes from College Park. I believe, I don't know, I could be wrong here, but I think there's a large, some sort of ropes course, I guess, around the campus. I'm guessing that you've gone and visited the school.
Yeah, I went to a lot of camps there.
Okay, well, next time you go, you should explore a little bit around the campus because there's like this large ropes course that you can do that's spread out all throughout the campus. I mean, like you said, it's a massive, massive campus.
Mhm.
And like I have friends that went and they said, yeah, it's great. You can go when you don't have class. And there's people that are, climbing up these ropes course things and all these, other things that you can do. It's a great, great university, great, great school. But what will you be studying there?
I'm kind of undecided right now. I'm still trying to figure that out. But that's why I like that there's so many majors for me to choose from. So I'm just gonna try like my last 2 years of high school. I'm just gonna try to keep trying to figure out maybe what I want to go into. Kind of still undecided there.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. I mean, that's something where you can kind of take the time and you really get to kind of explore your options, if you will. But what was this recruiting process as a whole like for you? I mean, what were some challenges that you went through and just some maybe, hoops you had to jump through during this process?
So my recruiting process was a little different. I mean, I committed on June 15th. So that was like a lot different than from a lot of people. But my recruiting process started about like 2 years ago. Like I would just like send emails to coaches. I would like put together my highlight films and stuff. And I would go to all these like ECNL events with my club team, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And we would go and I would just like before an event, I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna send a bunch of emails to all these coaches that I would potentially be interested in. And when I'd get there, but my I never really started getting noticed by coaches till like a year ago. They would like email my coach and everything. But Maryland noticed me in January at an ECNL Florida event. They emailed my coach and he like forwarded to me just for me to see because it's like illegal for us to talk then. And they invited me to a camp. So I went to their camp in January and I was like, wow, this is an amazing school. I was like, this would be crazy if I could go here. And they would send me like questionnaires because like we weren't allowed to talk then. And we just sent a bunch of those. And then I attended another camp in June, a Sunday before June 15th, which was pretty good for me to like get an idea. I was like, yeah, if I'm given the opportunity here, like I'm definitely gonna go here. Like this is amazing. Like the whole environment of it all was just crazy. And on June 15th, I was given like a chance to be on their team. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it because like why I was like people always ask me like why are you committing so early? Why are you doing this so early? But I was like, why would I keep trying to look for something that feels like home when I already found it? So
I want to get into your soccer career and I want to hear what made you get into soccer. I mean, when did you start playing?
I started whenever I was 2 years old. I did little kickers. And then once I got older, I got into Loyal Hannah. It's in Latrobe. I don't know if you know about that. And then that's like really where I found like my love of the game. Like I tried a bunch of like other different sports. I even danced for a little bit too. And I was just like, I always would go back to soccer. Like soccer was just always the thing I always wanted to do. And after Loyal Hannah, I joined this small club team called Foothills, and that's where I got to play. I played with a lot of the people on my high school team, which like it's really nice to be able to play with them now. And after Foothills, I joined Riverhounds in Pittsburgh, and that's really where my game took the next level. And the high quality training from my club coach Scott Gibson, it's just amazing. And he's like I was like a pretty good player, but he made me even like an amazing player. Like my technical skills improved tremendously there. It was just awesome. And I've like played there since I was in sixth grade, and I'm still playing there now. And it's helped me develop into the player I am today. And I've been so grateful to be able to play high school too with Coach Jamie and Coach Ross. They've been just so supportive, and I love just kind of playing with the people I played with in Foothills and Little Hannah. And it's like nice to be back where, because we always just have such a fun time, and it's like such a good bond we have. And soccer, just every time I get on the field, it just makes me happy. Like I'll just go to like the field, like just for fun. Like it's just fun for me. And I always knew since at a young age I wanted to play soccer in college. It was always such a big goal for me, and for it to be like made real is just amazing. Like it's crazy, and I'm just so grateful to have the support system I have with all my coaches I've had throughout my career, and I'm just so happy where I am now.
Well, I know that some of those teammates that you were talking about, you have two other teammates that have made their commitment as well to the next level, Sophia DeSerb and Regan Riley. Talk a little bit about what that means, just not only for you seeing your other teammates getting that collegiate, notoriety and that exposure, but also what does that say about your team talent-wise?
It's awesome. Like I played soccer with Reagan since Little Hannah and Sophia since Foothills. So I've known them for so long, and I knew their dreams were pretty much were the same as mine to play college soccer. And to see them achieve that now, I'm just so proud of them, and I'm just so happy for them to be able to be given their dream just like me, because I know like it feels just so unreal and everything, because you're like, oh, what would my little self think of that? They'd be so overjoyed and just so happy. And being on a high school team with them, it's just been so rewarding whenever like we've won like the section, everything. It's just so rewarding to have that extra like boost of, oh, we're get to play college soccer after this. And it's really awesome.
That familiarity you have with your teammates playing with them for years, really, I'm sure that probably had a lot to do with the chemistry that you've been able to form that helped you guys capture the section title this year. I mean, how much of being able to play with somebody for that long kind of really comes, full circle and helps you out down the road in the situation like you guys were in last year?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like we've formed so much chemistry because we've all played for so long, and it almost feels like natural, like almost like when I pass it here, like she knows where I'm going next. Like it's kind of a thing like we just like know, and I think that helped us a lot in winning the section last year. But it was a whole team effort. The whole team came together. We set our goals at the beginning of the season, and we were as we got closer, like we were like kept winning and winning. We were like, oh yeah, we can do this. Like we can really do this. And just being able to achieve the section title was just unreal, because like you wouldn't like think like, oh, Latrobe's not going to capture the section because they hadn't done it for so long. And we didn't even know it was that long, but nobody really expected us to, because we were just kind of like the underdogs almost. And I think that just made like winning it just so much sweeter.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you can kind of silence the naysayers on the sideline, that's a great feeling. But I do know that you are also a tremendous student in the classroom, a 4.2 GPA, which I don't know how you get a GPA above 4.0. That's what I told a GPA went up to. But how are you able to balance school and sports, especially with the schedule that you have in soccer?
It's definitely hard, but I just work really hard. I mean, I study a lot in the car because my club, like soccer, is like an hour away. I mean, there's a lot of late nights for sure, but I like make sure I don't waste any time. Like if I have like a free like period or something, I make sure I'm always studying. And I've been it's been definitely really hard. I've had to overcome like a lot of stressful situations, but if you just keep working hard, I get frustrated with myself. Don't let like one little test just like define your whole ego and everything with the school part of it. But just like I just use a lot of my time wisely and everything. And I don't make sure I don't take too hard of classes or anything. And I just work hard and study a lot. It's definitely hard, but it's definitely worth it in the end whenever you see the grades.
Do you feel like that's helped prepare you for when you go off to Maryland and you start having that college workload on top of soccer?
Oh my gosh, yes, definitely. Like it's taught me like don't waste like a minute whenever you have like an assignment done. Like don't procrastinate it because definitely like I'm gonna even have even less time whenever I get to Maryland to finish my studies and everything. But it's just like really helped me for sure to prepare for like all that workload whenever I get there.
I do know that you're also a track and field athlete, and I'm sure that, that probably goes hand in hand a little bit with soccer. How much does your track and field training kind of help out and kind of assist with your soccer training?
Definitely, it's improved me so much. First of all, the coaches there, like they've believed in me so much, and it's given me such a confidence. Mr. Duda and Mrs. Butler have really built me into like the person I am today with my confidence. They believed in me, but in the training aspect, it's gotten me so much in shape, and it like kind of gives you like a competitive piece. Like whenever you're like on the track, like the last 100 meters, like you gotta go, like you gotta just like push yourself. And it's really taught myself to like push myself to like levels I've never seen before. And it's it's been so good for me as like an athlete when I get to soccer. I'm like, oh, this workout isn't even bad. Like imagine track workouts. And a lot of it is just like confidence sort of things like, oh, I can win a race. But it also like teaches me like how I can get better with myself, like push myself to the next level. And it's been really, I love doing it. It's really fun. It can be like scary at times when you're on the line, like the gun is about to go, but it's like really taught me to be like a bigger person because a lot of people are like afraid to run track because it's like, oh, I'm not fast enough. And yeah, you're probably like when you just first start track, you're not going to be the fastest person ever, but it teaches you that you're going to get better and it's just going to make you a better person athletically, mentally, physically. And it's just really improved me as a player for sure.
How easy? I know you said that when you go to soccer, it's kind of, like a cakewalk almost. I mean, how easy is that transition for you going from track and field to soccer? Because I know some sports you go from, football to basketball or soccer to basketball. It's two different types of conditioning. So for you, is that a pretty easy transition to go from one sport to the next?
It's definitely tiring. Like to go from like a track practice to like a soccer practice, it's definitely tiring. But like track, you're just like constantly running. And at soccer, you're like running, but you're like running with the ball. And I like enjoy running with the ball. So it's like almost like easier for me, like mentally. But it's really nice to be in shape, like at track. Like track puts me in such good shape. And when I get to soccer, like it's kind of like almost totally different because whenever you're like in soccer, you're like walking, then you're running, then you're dribbling. In track, you're just constantly running. So it's definitely like, I'm not saying like soccer is like easy by any means, but whenever I get to soccer, like it's a little bit easier for me, like physically when I do track because track is insanely like physically crazy.
That's great that you're able to kind of balance with those two sports and then also the school on top of it. I mean, that's, you do a nice job of delegating your time wisely. But Ella, you've been great to get on the show today. Before we let you go, one last little question. I just want to hear, what are you most looking forward to and most excited for heading into this year? It can be soccer related, non-soccer related. Just what are you most excited for heading into this upcoming school year?
I'm definitely excited for the soccer part for sure. We obviously want to win the section again, but our next goal is to definitely try to make it farther into the WPIAL playoffs and even win the WPIAL championship, go to the state playoffs. That would be absolutely amazing. And whenever I go into like the new school year, I'm always looking forward to the soccer season because it's just so fun to get back with like my old friends and play with them. And we have even bigger goals this year and we already captured the section last year and it just like what can we do now, like what is our goals this year, and I'm just so excited for that piece of it, definitely for sure.
Well, we are all very excited to see you guys back out on the field in action this upcoming fall as well. Again, really appreciate your time today, Ella. Good luck this season, and congratulations on the recent commitment.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.